Hello, I'm Coach Roger, and I would like to welcome you to Tips and Tricks to Live a Happier, Healthier, and More Successful Life. This is a series that was started a long time ago on Instagram, and since then, we started to take a lot of focus on baseball content, which we have grown at baseball_whisperer on Instagram, TikTok, any social media, it's there. But after talking to some former college players, some former parents that I used to train, it is now being realized that it's time to bring this series back in a much more longer form on YouTube. We're going to be bringing you consistent content of tips and tricks to help you live the healthiest, happiest, and most successful life. In our time together, we'll be going over how to keep our bodies healthier with either food and exercise, or how we keep our spirit healthier by taking time for ourselves and praying scientifically. A little Joseph Murphy drop there. We'll get more into that. And just how to be happier, how to walk around being happier, which is really decided around the way that we talk to ourselves. During our time together, we will offer different ideas that if you apply, you will see some real changes in your life. Now, to get started, you will hear me talk a little bit about not religion, but a belief system, a higher power system. I'm not here to challenge what you believe in, whether that is God, Allah, universe, whatever it is, I support it. As long as we are all here understanding that there's some higher governing power, which we will get more into as we get later into this series. Just wanted to bring that up there. Also, it's really important to understand that right now going on in the world, especially with politics, there's so much crazy stuff going on in the world. And the best way I can describe it really quick, at least you get an idea as to where I'm coming from, is I'm a baseball coach by trade. If you bring up my name in the baseball community, especially in New York, chances are someone knows me, whether they're a player, a parent, or a coach. And vice versa. If you bring up somebody, there's a very good chance to know them. We're just in that field together, in that realm together. So we kind of just know each other. Same way with any other field. So like the whole political thing, it's just their realm. It's just their world. And what happens is the news comes on and starts to show us this stuff. And it's trying to influence and sway our decisions when it really has nothing to do with us. Yeah, can some of the decisions that politicians make impact our finances and things of that nature? Yeah, but as long as we're living moral and ethical lives, we'll very rarely have any run-ins with the law. And then on top of that, yeah, there may be, but what are we doing internally that's going to help us get past some of the decisions that are being made that are impacting our lives in the short term, but again, impacting the social consciousness versus the individual. So we'll get a lot more into that. I just want you to know that you're seeing these things. It's okay to see these things. It's okay that these things are happening. Even if they seem like conspiracies or not, it's okay. What's most important is to understand that you still have the ability with your own thoughts, feelings, and actions to basically come against anything. No weapon formed against you can do you harm when you're moving in the right direction. So our goal here is to help us move in that right direction. And we're going to go over a lot of different things. And my job is to challenge some of your beliefs. And I'm open for comments below if you think that I'm wrong or I should research something. But everything that I'm bringing to you has some sort of backing. If I don't offer that backing, you could ask me where I found my information. I'd be happy to share. And if you would like to offer any kind of debate or information back, I'd be happy for that too. But in no way am I saying this is the only way. I'm right, you're wrong. I'm just saying, hey, these are some things in my experience, whether I've lived them or watch them, that are going to help you live healthier, happier, and more successful. So I hope that you are ready and willing to take this journey with me, and we'll see where it goes. We want to start off by a couple of different things. So the number one area that we're going to start with today, and every session that we come together, is we're going to take out a book. Now I have these books, and these books are awesome for some Pegs performance, but what we're going to do is any kind of book or paper, and we're going to open that up, and we're going to start off, and we're going to write at least 3 things that we are grateful for from the day before. Now, our mindset is really important, and in life, there's always chaos. There's always something going on. I was just listening to a Frank Sinatra song, I forget the name of it, where he rattles off, I was a prince, a pauper, a pirate, a this, or that. Everybody goes through this journey of perceived good and bad. And it's important to realize that what may be perceived as bad is exactly what you needed to get you to where you are today or to where you're going. So we always want to start our days and our sessions off with things to be grateful for. And again, when we say grateful, this isn't just things you have to be like, oh, that was awesome. It's anything. Like you could have woke up in a warm bed in a cold New York and been happy about it. You could have walked outside on a warm day in Florida and been grateful about it. So the idea is what makes you grateful. So a couple of things that I wrote down from my list today is number one, I had an awesome time. I had a chance to pick up my son out of school and we had a chance to go out for lunch before we each had to go to baseball practice. Really awesome time. Don't do it a lot. Really grateful for that opportunity to spend some time with him. I also had an awesome workout yesterday. Very grateful that I made time for the gym and I got a great workout in. And then I'm also very grateful that yesterday I was able to finish my strength training book for youth athletes and beyond for people that don't have access or cannot use weights yet. So I'm grateful for these things. And there's a few more things that I wrote down on my list, but I encourage you to make your list and to start your list every single day with that. Now, for today, as we start our long series, the first thing we have to figure out is what do you want and what do you desire? Same thing. But the problem is most of us don't know what it is. And then when we start to decide what we want, we come up with all the reasons why we can't have it, or if we do get it, it'll be more problems. So we have to first think about what we want. And, I heard Rihanna say this, and it's basically the best idea where she'll try something, she gets bored of it, she doesn't do it anymore, and then she goes on to the next thing. That's the way that this works. We are trying to create and manifest in our own lives. Now, most importantly is we did talk about how we're going to talk about a creator and a higher power. You are the author and power in your life. You are the creator in your life. So that doesn't mean you are the one God that controls and creates everything for everybody forever. What it means is you have inside of you a higher self, a higher power, a soul, a whatever you want to think about it, that has the ability to create or co-create with you. Your job is to make sure that you are maintaining focus and energy in the direction that you are trying to move. So with that being said, you are the creator. What does that mean again? You have the ability to create with your thoughts. So just take a second to look in your life. Everything that you have is based off of you thinking about doing it. For instance, I play men's league baseball. A lot of people play baseball. I continue to play men's because I thought about it. If I didn't think about it, I wouldn't be doing it. If I thought I don't want to do it, guess what? I wouldn't be doing it. So the idea is it all starts with our thoughts. And then our thoughts lead to feelings, and our feelings leads to actions, and that's what's going to start to bring us in the direction. So we have to decide what we want. And right now, I decided I wanted to play baseball. We'll use that as an example. If I decide tomorrow I don't want to, guess what's going to happen? I'm not going to do it anymore. So we have to just take responsibility in that one aspect right there, that we are the creators of our reality through our thoughts. And we're going to get more into that as we go. Okay. But I also like you, while we're here, to take 1 second and think about everything that's working out in your life right now. Think about how you think about it. Everything that's not working out in your life, think about how you're thinking about it. So say that you're looking for a relationship and you haven't found one. What are your thoughts? Oh, I've already been burned once before. I'm never going to find the right guy or the right girl. Everyone out there is a problem. Today's world is so hard. Dating. And then maybe your finances are great. And you're like, yeah, money just comes in. Job is great. Love my life. You have to realize that if you look at every area of your life, exercise, diet, hanging out time, family, it all comes down to the stories that you're essentially telling yourself over and over and over and over again. And you can say, well, I'm generally a positive person. I speak well. Yeah, but what's your reactionary response? Because if your reactionary response to a situation, like we'll go to money this time, and we're thinking about, Christmas is coming up. Like, oh, man, I'm going to have to fill up my credit cards. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Is that your thought? It's like, hey, got my bonus coming. Everything's going to work out. We're going to have a great Christmas, a great time. So you have to start to realize, where is that reactionary response? Because if your reactionary response is, oh, this is going to be horrible, you're like, no, but it's going to be all right. And you start to try and talk yourself out of it. It's just not the way it works. In that moment, you have to immediately change. You have to immediately change what you were thinking about. And you have to move it into something that's going to make you feel better. And then when you feel better, you can come back to those other thoughts. So with that long-winded expression, what is the first thing that we are going to start with? What is the first thing? And that's our desire and our want. So what is it that you want? Don't worry about what happens when you get it. Don't worry about what happens after you get it. Don't worry about how you are going to get it. Just first decide what you want. And then once you decide what you want, we'll start moving in different directions to offer ways to start to attract yourself towards that. Because at the end of the day, life is about managing states, and managing those states brings you closer to what you desire. And when we get into this, I just hope you're ready for a fun adventure. I really look forward to jumping into this with you guys. Really, really excited to bring this back. It's been a long time coming, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It always helps the algorithm, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.